My life is artwork, you might not understand this. The way that I spit it like putting strokes on the canvas. Taking notes of all the urban cries. Put it down, materialize, then watch as the paint dries. Better bet the ink, cause every time I think it's time to keep afloat while these other cats sing. No Titanic, too over dramatic. I feel like new edition in the rain now. Tell me, can you stand it? With each word I'm building me a steeple. And if you open my works up, there you'll find my cathedral. You got your wood stains, a little glass paint, but it all tell a story, man. Think that it can't. Where I come from, it's deer hunters and street guns. So I spray these words like the Uzi weighs a ton. It's that heavy. I'm pouring this out from my heart to give you the truth. The way that you see is art. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that spit is just like a brushstroke. Paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. My description, better yet my mission is to visualize and give the world vision. Work to heal the streets with a little audio heat. And smooth it all out over laid back beats. A to the R to the T, Wisco flow. Like you're in a gallery and see a Picasso. But this ain't Picasso, baby. Even though it's like Jay, cause it's gonna drive the world crazy. This is for those admiring and looking. I heat it up for Instagram and Pinterest cooking. It's so acrylic every time that I spit it. My foliage show that I all get it. Speaking of, this art get wows and awes. Like a masterpiece that's up in the halls. Everything is so realistic, but better yet, man, yo, it's so artistic. Cause now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that's spit is just like a brushstroke. Paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. My glaze hand bring the pick on home. I'm just an artiste in the Midwest zone. Now it's a lot of cats that paint, but they ain't making art. Cause they be lying from the very start. So I make it a point that I paint what I feel. Cause I know deep inside what I feel is all real. And this exhibit don't end till I say so. Sincerely yours, Michael Tangelo. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and the way that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and the way that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. It's all artwork, baby. Welcome to my masterpiece, theater. Now you can go on and get a bootleg of it if you need to, you know what I'm saying? You can hang it on your wall, you don't even need a frame. Paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork.
Kids, goddamn, and we raised. And we raise our kids different, don't we? White folks, man, be at the airport with a leash on the kid. Johnny, come here. I ain't putting no fucking leash on no goddamn kid. I'm gonna look at him. You better not move, motherfucker, better not move. I'll kick your back out, motherfucker, move. Son of a bitch. Let's discuss. I ain't discussing shit with no goddamn kid. My little niece, man, little kid, motherfucker, let me tell you something. My niece told me the other day, she got mad. Talking about, I ain't gonna eat. I'm gonna starve to death. Who give a fuck? I hope you don't eat, and I hope you get, just don't eat till your ass get lightheaded and fall the fuck out. ball the fuck out. Ain't that a bitch? I ain't gonna eat. I'll pick up a steak in front of that heifer, boy. Motherfucker. But it's our fault. So black folk, we teach our kids not to lie to us, but we teach our kids to lie for us. Something wrong with that shit. Owe somebody some money. Be on the motherfucking phone. When the kid be sitting up there, you be on the phone, you be telling them, look here. If the phone ring, you tell them I ain't here. But you standing right there, do what the fuck I tell you to do. Hard-headed motherfucker. All black folks, we cuss at our kids. We cuss. White folks say, don't say that. Let me tell you something. Two different sectors, two different styles. You all discuss it. We all grew up with Big Mama, she cussed your ass out. And we all turned out good people. Bring back the cussing, I think. Big Mama used to come on the porch and cuss your ass out. Motherfucker! Did I tell you to stay in the front? Come here, I'm gonna beat your motherfucker head. Come on in this motherfucker. They beat your ass in front of motherfucker. You start crying before you got to the goddamn. You know you scared when you start crying and it's a pause, a 4-second pause in your cry. You nervous like a motherfucker.
In a world saturated with content, your trusted RBN embodies that spirit, espousing a philosophy grounded in accountability as it tackles Black social issues, family issues, and political issues with the rigor and fervor that are both rare and necessary. Under the audacious motto, we dare to be bold, not silent. The channel invites viewers into a space of unapologetic discourse, where pressing issues are unpacked with intelligence, empathy, and resilience. Standing at the intersection of empowerment and education, this platform recognizes that discussions around Black social issues cannot be contained within narrow confines. Hence, it sprawls into diverse territories. Beyond the headlines, your trusted RBN explores the undercurrents shaping Black people issues with the lens that is both piercing and compassionate. A foray into the channel's political discourse reveals a landscape where accountability isn't just championed, it is demanded. Through thoughtful analysis and discerning critiques, the platform urges viewers to envision a political sphere devoid of passivity. Here, individuals are not mere spectators, but active participants steering the narrative and progress. Furthermore, engagement is not a one-way street on this platform. Viewers find themselves in a vibrant community where their voices are valued, where they are urged to be bold, not silent, and to engage actively through likes, comments, shares, and discussions that foster a rich and diverse tapestry of perspectives and insights. In a nutshell, your trusted RBM is more than a content hub. It is a pulsating, dynamic entity that stands as a bastion of accountability in a world inundated with noise. It doesn't just venture to spark discussions, it ignites movements, steering narratives with a force that is unyielding, yet respectful, grounded, yet visionary. Subscribe today and become a part of a community where you dare to be bold and not silent, where your voice matters. Now, welcome to our live stream. Have the conversation.
LPZ up in here. LPZ up in here. LPZ up in here. LPZ up in here. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. Okay, they been sleeping on me, now it's time to wake up from that nap. Get to know me, shawty, you can do that when you hear me rap. Flowing like a river when I spit, I know you feeling that. Crowns on my head, beat snapbacks and some fitted caps. Yep, turn it to the back and walk tall. Under 6 feet, I'm really not that tall at all. But I do some things that you never seen, bruh. Acting like a king. Why is that? Cause I'm a king, bruh. With a swagger that you probably never ever saw. Call me sushi cause I gotta give it to him raw. Southpaw like a left-handed boxer. Get the microphone and start snapping like a lobster. Yes sir, I've been made all over. Not Jehovah Witness, but I witness for Jehovah. Yep, I'm a soldier, marching on the scene. Christ paid the price, so I've been made a righteous king. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. Crown up on my head, yeah I cut them dreads. Focus on my craft, gotta keep the family fed. I am on my grind, kingdom on my mind. I ain't talking about rims when I say I'm getting my shine. I'm talking about that light shining through my life. Hot flows, hot tracks, gotta represent Christ. Step up on the scene, looking like a king, walking like a king, talking like a king. Not just any king, talking about a righteous king. Declared righteous by Christ, yep, Christ the king. Not moved by man, don't care what you're talking about. People's here, keep talking while I'm walking it out. Yep, doing my thing, repping Jesus' name. Going hard, moving up, yep, that's my aim. Bouncing, swagging, fresh kicks and some jeans. Walking with my chest out, cause I'm a king. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king.
We are back.
I'm a king, homie.
We are back. We are your trusted RBN. Yep. Your real Bravado Network. This is Have the Conversation. My name is TJ, and I will be your facilitator for today's journey. Today, on the RBN, the Real Bravado Network, we address Black issues over here, especially those issues that keep Black folk from being together, and we attack the issue, not the person, unless the issue becomes the person. Let me explain something to you guys. I cannot believe what I'm going to be doing today. I never thought that I will see hold on a second before I get there. Hold on a minute.
Acknowledge me.
That's right. Acknowledge the real Bravado Network. Acknowledge the chat. Acknowledge those who support. Acknowledge those who watch the replay. Acknowledge yourself. And let's not forget, acknowledge the real, the big homie Eric Jordan in the chat today. Oh, also, we got to acknowledge the top stream supporter, which is the Uncle Junior Network. And the top supporter of the stream doesn't necessarily mean it's the highest financial contributor. It's the one who rocks with your boy over here and provides encouragement, feedback, and also suggestions for the live streams. Speaking of live streams, believe it or not, today live stream is actually inspired by Messy Michonne. And I believe Messy Michonne is in the chat. And Messy Michonne, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, she did a live stream and she covered something, and she made a statement that only one or two content creators have actually covered. I actually covered it, but you know, I'm not as widely known in these streets as Messy Michonne. But we're going to talk about it today. And I cannot believe, for the life of me, I cannot believe what I'm going to do today, which is I am going to, and mark this down, I am going to defend Candace Owens. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I'm about to defend Candace Owens, especially, but the more this woman talks, the more I listen to her, and the more I see people attack her in her narrative, and the more I see her defend herself, I swear, I'm starting to feel some type of way about Candace Owens. I am really starting to feel some type of way. Do you want to know what kind of way I'm starting to feel about Candace Owens? Here we go. I'm starting to feel some type of way about the good sister. But before we get going today, let me first.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
All right, shout out to the financial contributors to the Real Bravado Network. Gotta pay some homage to those who decide to break a little bread with a brother. Thank you, 3D Radio, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you talking about. I think he's the first one. Pass the collection plate. Please do. Please do. Please do. Because YouTube be demonetizing my shit like 5 minutes after my streams are over with, bro. They be on YouTube be on one. I guess if you're not, you know, pushing let's turn every black man gay narrative, then I guess, you know, YouTube ain't got nothing to do with you. So shout out to the 3D Radio Network, and of course the good brother Eric Jordan with the $5 super sticker. Yeah, I acknowledge you, brother. I always acknowledge you, but we always got to give you a little bit of yeah, so shout out to Eric Jordan for the nickel. I appreciate it, brother. And as always, at every stream, at every live, we cannot forget about the good sister Almond Eyes with her $5 contribution and support to the brother. And so, of course, she also deserves all right, here we go. And then who do we got left? And Messy Michonne has been a chat member for 2 months. For 2 months? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. We getting at it. We gonna get at it today, because you know, for real though, Messy Michonne, for real. Today, it's all about, you know,
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, that's what we're doing today. Yep. Just in case you didn't hear it.
Fuck them kids.
Right. And I cannot believe Lisa, the housewives from the KS House Wives Club channel, is in the building. It's It's interesting topic. I hope it is. And Miss Lisa, thank you for the $2. And of course, I got something for your $2. Let me see.
But these last $2.
Yeah, hopefully that's not your last $2. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to send it back to you. But thank you for the $2 super chat. And then thank you, Alexander X, for becoming a champ. That's what I'm talking about. Alexander, I got something for you, brother. All right. So thank you guys. Let's keep it going, and we're going to get right into it because y'all know I'm not one of these so-called long strokers. I like to get in and get out. I like to get in, take care of the business, and then get on up out of here. But first,
Let me talk to you.
all right. But first, let me talk to you. You know what? I always struggle with definitively saying that as a collective group of people, that Black people, we're done for. That there's no hope. That these conversations don't have it, no longer serve a purpose because there's nothing that's going to be able to reverse course from where we are because we have too many generations that are currently here that have bad programming and bad intentions and just hell-bent on self-destruction. So I have the hardest time like saying that with my chest out because part of me do not want to really, really, really believe that we are absolutely done for. We are absolutely done for. We have more problems than a little bit. And our issues have more layers than the 7-layer cake. It really do. And a lot of time in these YouTube streets, what we've been doing for the most part has been focusing on the issues, the relational issues between Black folk and between Black men and Black women. We've been focusing real tough on relational issues. But the one thing that we really don't spend a lot of time talking about is how what we are doing has affected our children, you know?
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
Yeah, so it's literally, we have gotten to a point in Black culture, it's fuck them kids. That's where we are now. It's all about
Fuck them kids.
That's our whole narrative. Everything that we're doing to one another is completely about
Fuck them kids.
Now listen, I sit around and I am watching like these crop of babies that are being raised right now. We're talking about infant through 18 years old right now. And what they are doing, I'm in the second largest city in the Midwest, which is St. Louis, Missouri, and you are hard pressed to watch the news any night of the week and them not have a story and video footage of seeing 12, 13, 14-year-old young men walking up and down the streets of downtown St. Louis with assault rifles. You could go on YouTube and look at a lot of these stories that have come out. Chicago, Baltimore, Memphis. These places are not the only rough places. The reason why St. Louis don't get a lot of the national attention because we're too close to Chicago. And believe it or not, the bull crap that's going on in Chicago, Baltimore, Memphis, just name the big city. Just name the big city. And nothing's being done about it. Let me explain the dirty little truth to you. The reason why there's nothing being done about it, and the reason why that there's nothing that there's no real alarm being sound, because it's just black folk doing black folk things. The black community has been completely and utterly littered with nothing but gremlins and demons. So, so the entire country is basically
Fuck them kids.
And based on how the mothers and the fathers and the men and the women that call themselves black, the way we interact with each other, we are also saying
Fuck them kids.
That's what we're saying. And it's getting more and more ridiculous and more sad. I have a story. I have a couple stories that I want to get to before I get to Candace Owens, okay? And we have made the decision, black people have made the decision to basically
fuck them kids.
And we don't care. We don't care. Now, let me tell you something. Personally, I don't give a fuck about your kids. None. But I give a fuck about what's what I mean when I don't give a fuck about your kids. I don't care nothing about the responsibility of them, your kids, and you decide to make the kids with the people that you decide to make them with, and then you turn them damn gremlins loose onto the scene. So right now, what we have going on right now, we got Pookie Jr. and Pookie the Third out here terrorizing the goddamn community. So we got Pookie Sr. terrorizing the community, Pookie Jr. terrorizing the community, and Pookie the Third terrorizing the community. And then all of our black women talking about ain't enough good black men out here, or they're playing victim, or whatever the case may be that they're doing. They're not responsible for Pookie Jr., or Pookie the Third. And sometimes our women got a baby by Pookie and Pookie Jr. And Pookie the Third is on his way. Some of y'all got, now some of our women out here ain't gonna sit here and pretend like some of y'all ain't got no kids by your kid's father and his son. Out here doing all kind of F stuff. But I want to get into a couple stories real quick. But right before we get into those stories, of course, you know what I gotta do. You know what I gotta do before we get into those stories.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
Shout out to the Black Lamb. Thank you for the double nickel. Thank you. I appreciate the double nickel. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I know this is going to be a great stream. Let's hope so. I'm really hoping for it. And then she's right back at it with another $5. And of course, you know, every time somebody drops a nickel on me, I got to hit them. Yes, facts. It's going to be much worse before it gets better. This is literally the beginning. There is going to be a much longer divide within our community. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the demons that are terrorizing the community, they're getting younger and younger and younger and younger. So let's take a look at our first story. And the first story is a 13-year-old. And his mother decided,
fuck them kids.
That's what his mother decided. Not only did his mama decide it, but they actually, because the good daddy didn't want to fight, he decided to.
Fuck them kids.
So because we decide to.
Fuck them kids.
This 13-year-old is what the outcome is. So let's take a look.
Is uncovering new details tonight about the middle school student, just 13 years old, shot and killed this weekend while trying to carjack an off-duty federal security officer.
Right off the back, a 13-year-old kid was deleted by an off-duty federal officer because he was out there pulling carjacking.
Officer. Today, the child's middle school principal described Bernard Toney as smart, funny, and talented.
The middle school principal described this 13-year-old little gremlin as smart, funny, and talented. He was so smart and funny, and he was so talented that he got his ass killed out here doing carjacking. Doing absolute carjacking. So I guess when this boy was born, I guess everybody in his family decided this was the best option.
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
Yep. That's it. Kick them in the chest, fuck them kids, throw it in the basket. That's what we decided to do. That's what his family decided to do with him the day he was born. Oh, look at the little baby. All right, Steph Curry, 3-point from downtown into trash. Fuck them kids. That's what they decided to do with this young man. Just straight up.
Fuck them kids.
Just straight up and down. And then the middle school teacher describes this kid as funny, smart, and talented. But he's so smart, funny, and talented that the smart, funny, and talent got his ass killed. How in the world is a 13-year-old able to roam the fucking streets to be able to do a carjacking? How many of you want to bet this wasn't the first carjacking? The way that they're presenting this story, the way that they're starting out this story, as this was just some unfortunate event that this kid found himself in. This little boy is basically Pookie the Third.
But we also learned he is no stranger to police. This Saturday was not the first.
Right off the bat, this 13-year-old was no stranger to the police. Pookie Jr. Let's take a look at him. I'm gonna blow him up. Handsome little man, Pookie Jr. Pookie Jr. Pookie Jr.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah.
Yep, fuck the kids. That's what his family, his mama, his dad, his grandmama, his cousins, everybody said when he was born, man, fuck them kids. They held him in the arms, and then they took his little body and did a 3-point.
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
I walk around like
That's a damn shame. He's no stranger to the police.
Funny and talented. But we also learned he is no stranger to police. This Saturday was not the first time he was accused of stealing cars. News 4's Darcy Spencer has the new developments.
It was here on D Street Northwest, outside an office building, that 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr. was shot and killed when he allegedly tried to carjack
Bernard Tony Jr., a.k.a. Pookie the Third.
An off-duty federal security officer. 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr. was shot and killed when he allegedly tried to carjack an off-duty federal security officer. It was around 10 Saturday night.
What the hell is a 13-year-old doing outside 10 o'clock at night? And he's out on a prowl. So how many people believe that this young man, this 13-year-old, was a product of a single mom home? How many people believe that he was?
And listen to a single mom. It's time to listen to a single mom. I'm a single mom.
And then I bet you there have been people over the years that have tried to warn her and talk to her about Pookie the Third's behavior. And you know what she said to them? She told them she probably told them to leave her the F alone, stay out of their business, mind your own, go raise your own. And she did all of this and screaming.
I'm a black woman.
And I bet you the men around were nothing but a bunch of.
It's amazing. Beta!
So like, yeah.
Beta!
Yep. What was a 13-year-old doing out at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday? Did his mother ever know where he was at? How do you not know where your 13-year-old is at? How do you not know your 13-year-old ain't out there carjacking somebody?
Police say the officer was sitting in his car waiting for a shift to start when two juveniles told him to get out. According to the report, one of the teens had his hand in his front waistband pocket as if he had a handgun. And as he was complying, the officer pulled a gun and shot Tony in the chest. A second juvenile ran away. The off-duty officer's gun was the only one recovered from the scene.
Guns, carjackings, 13-year-olds. Recipe for tragedy.
Two sources familiar with the investigation confirmed that Tony was arrested last May for a carjacking and robbery spree.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want some too?
That was his mama. Oh, cute little baby. Dub City from downtown. Fuck them kids. You too, bitch. You want some? And now this boy's not alive no more. He's on a carjacking spree. 13 years old is on a carjacking spree. Let me say something. Let's not pretend that a lot of us can't tell when a kid is 5 or 6 years old what path they're on. Let's not pretend that we don't see the 5, 6-year-old who in preschool or kindergarten or first grade and they're terrorizing the classroom. Let's not pretend like we don't know the kindergarten or the first grader that's not throwing chairs around the room, terrorizing the kids, cussing the teachers out. Let's not pretend we don't see this. And let's not pretend we don't say nothing to the mother, because 9 times out of 10, there's no father around because the woman's too busy trying to do what Keke Palmer is doing, trying to do to her kid's father. This child's life was cut short before he even had hair on his nuts. Because everybody surrounding him basically said,
fuck them kids.
That's what they said. Fuck them kids. Let's check out his carjacking spree.
For tragedy.
Two sources familiar with the investigation confirmed that Tony was arrested last May for a carjacking and robbery spree. This map shows the area where he allegedly committed 9 crimes in a 6-week period.
Look at this shit. Look at this. 9 different carjackings around the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. What do y'all call that out there? The DMV? The DMV? How does a 13-year-old get to do 9 damn carjackings? Armed carjackings. Armed. What is it? How does it? Remember what I said at the beginning of the stream. You'll be hard-pressed to find on the news here in St. Louis of video footage of them not seeing these 12, 13-year-old dudes walking down the street at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with assault rifles. Where in the hell is a damn preteen and teen getting a damn assault rifle from? If they have access to assault rifle, then their family, their mother, their fathers, uncles, their grandmothers, everybody who cares about him has basically said,
fuck them kids.
News 4 reported he was 12 years old at the time. It's unclear what happened with those cases and why Tony was back on the
He committed all of those crimes at 12 and he dead at 13. Pookie III is dead at 13.
street. In a one-on-one interview, Chief Pamela Smith told News 4 she wanted to be sensitive to the teen's parents and classmates.
Whoa. She said she wanted to be, she said, let me run that back again.
Pamela Smith told News 4
Hold on.
it's unclear what happened with those cases and why Tony was back on the street. In a one-on-one interview, Chief Pamela Smith told News 4 she wanted to be sensitive to the teen's parents and classmates.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
You want to be sensitive to the kid's parents? You know what the kids, you know what Tony's parents thought about him? This is what they thought about him.
Fuck them kids. Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You told me. Issa, what the fuck? You want some too?
Damn, that demonic laugh. They were straight up.
Fuck them kids.
That's what our parents, you want to be sensitive to the parents? You want to be sensitive to the parents. All I'm hearing.
Talkity talk, talking.
That's all I'm hearing.
He was known to the Metropolitan Police Department, and it's just unfortunate that this particular incident happened on Saturday night.
Tony was a 7th grader at Kelly Miller Middle School in Northeast D.C. We could see police presence at the school today. Counseling services were also being offered to students. The school principal sent a letter to parents saying Tony was a smart and talented student. He had a natural comedic ability and loved to make people laugh.
He loved to make people laugh. And he loved the carjackers too. He loved the carjack too.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Especially when he would joke that he was the principal of Kelly Miller Middle.
Yeah, he actually believed that shit. He believed, he wasn't joking. He believed that. An armed 12-year-old walking around, snatching people's cars and potentially could end somebody's life. You think he was joking when he said he was the principal? That little Pookie III believed that.
Bernard also loved to play basketball and spend his free time on the court with his friends. D.C.'s crime crisis was the subject of a council committee meeting earlier in the day. Leaders, community members, and victim families discussing violence reduction programs.
Everywhere I go, I hear people say that crime is the worst that they have seen, and it is driving our long-term residents out of the city.
According to D.C. crime stats, there have been 827 carjackings in the district so far this year. 74% of them involve guns, and most of those arrested are under 18.
Fuck them kids.
That's what we're doing as Black people. When we decide to operate the way we operate, we are basically saying,
fuck them kids.
That's what we're saying. It ain't them kids, it's our own kids. How in the world has this mother not been charged with anything for allowing this boy to get this out of control? Where's the father? Can somebody answer that question? Where's the father?
Oh, thank you.
Where's the father? Where's the father? Can somebody please tell me where the fuck the father is?
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
All right, shout out to Alexander X for the $2 super chat. Who raised Pookie, Ray, Nug, Man? Who? You know who. You know who. 80% of Black kids that are, I would say, born between 1970 and 1988 were raised in single-parent households. You know who raised them. You know who raised them, but it's somebody else's fault. When you go to these mothers and you start talking to them about their decision, about who they decided to have children with, their decisions to make sure that that father was still in the life, in the kid's life, and was a full participant, all you get at that point is sidestepping, backstroking, and blame it on the rain. They want to blame it on everybody else but their decision to do what they do. But you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. And this is the outcome.
And it's not all of our juveniles. I know we believe that there's a small number of juveniles. I believe, and I want to believe, and I'll go publicly and say the majority of our young people here in the District of Columbia are amazing young people.
Fuck them kids.
Police tell us that off-duty security officer has cooperated in the investigation. At this point, no charges have been filed. In Northwest, Darcy Spencer, News 4.
We don't know. 13 years old, gone, which was extremely predictable. At the age of 12, he had committed 9 crimes. 8 of them were carjacking, armed carjacking. And I'll guarantee you, his mother sitting around pretending she don't understand how this happened. And she doesn't want to accept that she basically said,
fuck them kids.
It'd be nice to know if they got a GoFundMe page set up for this young man, if they set one up for him. This is crazy. Sometimes there are no words to describe this. And all of this stuff, this boy's life being snuffed out in this manner was absolutely avoidable. All you had to do was not have the attitude.
Fuck them kids.
Black people ain't got nothing to complain about when people start talking about who we are and where we are as a group. This is one more piece of evidence of just how trash we are. And we sitting around here wanting to blame everybody for our own situations and our own outcomes. And I bet you somebody sitting around here talking about that they need to go ahead and try to file a lawsuit against that federal agent for killing that kid. And I guarantee you there won't be any protests for this kid.
Oh, thank you.
My goodness. If anybody got any comments, I'm going to go ahead, drop the link for you. If you got something to say, feel free to come up. You don't have to be on camera tonight, but if you got any comments, shout out to Harmonize for another $2 on the super chat, talking about love the engagement. I can't really see the comments all the way, so please keep up the good work, y'all. Stay with me because we got another story, and then we got to get to Candace Owens. We got another story, and we got to get to Candace Owens. Oops, I'm sorry. Here we go.
These last $2.
All right. Also, shout out to the homeboy, Mr. Team Peterson in the building. What's up, Mr. Team Peterson in the building? The good lawyer, the good legal mind. What's up? And he hit me up with his.
These last $2.
That's why is no one asking? Never ask. The media complex never asks the mother, never asks anybody, where is his father at? Because Mr. Peterson, as you probably already know, don't nobody, especially black women, don't nobody value black men. When you can go on I was on a platform with a gay black woman telling a bunch of fathers that she could raise a boy into a man better than any other black man. The fact that some woman thinks she can do that, who shares our reflection, just automatically lets you know how there's no value play. We are replaceable. And the reason why I was telling a lady last night, and I was trying to explain something to her about about how we've made our interrelational dynamics so complicated. I said to the lady, most black women that do get married will not be married to the man she had kids with, which further complicates the situation. Because most black women don't want no man. She damn sure don't want the father telling her what to do with the kids. How in the hell you think she think about some man who isn't the father? And then she marries this man, and then he's a second-class citizen in his own home. No one asks about the male authority because don't nobody give a shit about black men. And I can make the argument black men don't give a shit about black men. Thank you, brother, for the $2 super chat. Or what's that dude name? What is that dude named Dave? The $2 holla holla. That's what he says. The $2 holla holla. The $2 holla holla. These last $2. My goodness. Well, Mona, what are you saying? They will never ask where the father is. I ask these moms where the fathers are when they throw their hands up at us. When they throw their hands up and it is at her wit's end with the child, it's always a snarky response. Black men are disrespected at birth. At birth. They have a black child and then they do this.
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You told me! Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
And laugh wickedly as they throw the black kid. Yeah, that's what they think about us. Moving on to the next story.
Brought you this story last week, showed you the shocking video that was posted to social media, and so many of us have seen now.
Oh, goodness, yes. So court records show the person accused of recording the attacks is also charged, but not yet in custody.
New at 10, shocking video posted online shows a teen assaulting unsuspecting people at Wortham Park in Northwest Harris County.
So wait until you hear about this TikTok prank gone horribly wrong. And I want to make sure to be clear, this is not a prank, this is a crime. Meet 19-year-old Alfred Lewis, the mastermind behind this shocking TikTok prank that turned violent in Houston, Texas. Now, Lewis, along with his partner in crime, 18-year-old Kingston Miker, targeted innocent joggers in this park to get viral TikTok videos.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
And shockingly enough, he confessed to news outlets that he did this all for the fame.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Fuck them kids.
Erica, 19-year-old Alfred Lewis told me he is the one on video punching people from behind. Violent attacks here at this park near Jersey Village. Tonight, we know the Harris County Sheriff's Office Violent Crimes Unit is investigating.
Now, on October 26th in Houston, Texas, Lewis, armed with a gun, orchestrated 2 separate assaults while his friend Miker captured it all on camera for TikTok. Now, first, Lewis he robbed a man of his iPhone worth about $1,000.
Fuck them kids.
Now, when the man refused, Lewis then asked him if he wanted to be shot in the foot.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Literally, he robbed the man of his iPhone, worth about $1,000. Now, when the man refused, Lewis then asked him if he wanted to be shot in the foot, making it an aggravated assault and armed robbery, while his partner, Micah, filmed the bizarre incident. Take a look.
Court records show Lewis attempted to take a man's iPhone last Thursday at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and got violent when he refused to hand it over, hitting him repeatedly and putting him in a chokehold. His former classmate, Kingston Micah, was behind the camera, according to court records, and pointed a gun at that man.
This isn't even a 13-year-old. This is an 18-year-old, or sorry, he's 19. The guy filming is 18. The guy doing the sucker punching and pulling the fucking gun out is 19 years old. So we got a 13-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 19-year-old. And I guarantee you, every time you try to talk to these mothers about these kids, these young men, these boys' behaviors, I'm telling you, you probably got shouted down. You probably heard something like this. I'm a black woman. I guarantee you, all of these boys are coming from nothing but Thoughtzilla's. That's why I said a few weeks ago on my stream that black men need to come to terms with the fact that our mothers are nothing but a bunch of hoes. Nothing but a bunch of hoes. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Wow. Yeah, just wow. And I live in New York City, and we had 3 other officers attacked by these young thugs up here, by these young thugs that you're showing on the screen.
Yes.
And if the cop would have shot one of them, there will be a huge protest in the streets. They would call for that cop's badge. They would have him, they would try to throw him in prison. When are people going to start waking up and saying, I can't take this no more, and start passing much better laws?
Well, let me say this. I think we have gotten to a point, and I could be wrong. I think we got to the point where if something like this happens again, that there won't be the massive protests that we're seeing, because we've had a couple of them that happen and nothing has erupted. I think people are getting sick and tired of seeing this garbage, and then people like this and their families playing like they're the victims.
My niece's mom's friend, who's a New York City police officer, was just cracked over the back of the head with a bottle because they were doing a I guess one of those smoke shop inspections, and she was minding her business along with her partner. Luckily, the sheriff's deputies were there, and this dude just walked up and popped her in the back of the head with a bottle in broad daylight in front of witnesses. And I said, if she would have pulled out her gun and started firing at this dude, I would have had no problem with it. And did it on camera, like for the world to see. That's the thing about this whole thing. It's not like, the police are saying it and they have to prove it. They're videotaping themselves do it.
Doing this mess.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and this guy in this video, they were recording them assaulting this man, pulling out a weapon because they said they thought it was funny. I didn't get to that part yet. They thought it was they were doing it for TikTok views.
Now, see, when you watch this YouTube channel called Police Activity, they won't think it's funny when the cops are shooting back at them. They won't think it's funny when citizens are pulling out guns and whopping them. Like how they used to play with this knockout game. You know, 3 people, 6 kids died doing that.
Yeah. Because they think everything's funny. They're not taught consequences. And let me tell you something. Not everybody walking around these streets is going to let you just run up on them and do anything to them without any consequences.
My niece's mom, who was a correction officer, my brother's baby mama, his first baby mama, she was a correction officer. She retired. She went down to Florida. She couldn't do it anymore. She couldn't do it. And then these kids wonder why cops are shooting them. Because after a while, the cops get tired and just start shooting.
Yeah.
Definitely. My niece's mom shot. She killed 2 of them that tried to bust up in her house.
Yeah.
I was working at night. I was just chilling, and she called my brother. And because the news media was there, and then she called me, and she said, "Listen, are you watching the news?" I'm like, "No, it's like 2:30 in the morning." She said, "Listen, I just shot 2 kids. I just shot two intruders. I'm okay." That's all she could tell me. But when I saw the news feed, it was gruesome. One of the kids died in her living room. The other one died in her driveway.
Yeah, it happens like that. I appreciate your comments, brother. I need to get going because I'm on a time frame. Gotcha. I appreciate that and the contributions, and please come back again.
I will. Thank you. I'll keep watching.
All right. This is where we're at now. When we let our kids get this far gone, we've just accepted.
Fuck them kids.
That's just what we have accepted. This isn't funny.
Got violent when he refused to hand it over, hitting him repeatedly and putting him in a chokehold. His former classmate Kingston Miker was behind the camera, according to court records, and pointed a gun at that man.
Doing this armed robbery once for TikTok wasn't enough. They needed more content. So Lewis struck again, this time blindsiding another man and laughing as both him and Miker filmed the event. They also threatened that guy with the gun, trying to steal his phone. Lewis escalates the situation and even wrestles with the guy, and again, sharing this experience on TikTok.
Lewis hit another man on the walking trail from behind, hitting him so hard that you can see something fly off the victim's head. He also started bleeding, according to court records. Records indicate that Lewis and Miker, who was once again alleged to be the one filming the incident, laughed. The second victim told deputies that he believes Lewis reached for a gun when he said he didn't find it funny.
Now, Lewis, who is 19, didn't believe he was doing anything wrong. That's insane. This kid didn't believe he was doing anything.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
The kid did not believe. Look at this little motherfucker. Look at him. Oh, I'm gonna keep playing this because they interview him. They actually interview this idiot.
Wrong. And confessed to the whole thing. News organization. Listen to his confession.
You regret it? Yes, I do. 19-year-old Alfred Lewis spoke with me about how he feels about it now. You know, I just made a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes.
Fuck them kids.
This dude's talking about everybody makes a mistake. No. All you're doing is just sitting there.
Talking.
This is crazy.
This is the video in question, first shared with KHOU 11 via the Nextdoor app. In it, you can clearly see Lewis striking a man in the head from behind before he turns around in shock.
I know, like, from the video, all you see is, like, the bad part about it, but...
Whoa! All you see is the bad part about it. Please, brother, enlighten me. Where is the good part? All you see is the bad part?
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
What's up, V-Ben?
It's your boy.
The people's champ.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, we got to remember, too, man. I'm not saying it's the root cause, but we have video games that have been out for the last 10, 15, 20 years now that reward them for this kind of behavior in the game. Grand Theft Auto. You get points and are encouraged to beat up people on the street.
This is insanity. And this boy is so stupid that he didn't know this was, he didn't realize that this was a bad idea.
No, it's being reinforced that it's good. You're supposed to do this. It's sad.
We've decided, Ben, we just decided, Mr. Israel, fuck these kids.
Fuck the kids, right. And it's even the corporations have said that.
Yeah, and it's based on how it's all centered around how black men and black women get along with one another and our attitudes toward one another and what we accept. And I know our women don't like to hear this, but it's also based on the man you choose to have a child with.
Oh, most definitely. And it's kind of funny you say that. I was watching, the United States has a YouTube page and it gives you vintage TV footage, documentaries and things like that. So I was watching a TV show from the 1940s called Palmore Street. And I found this fascinating how they were describing what would happen when the father is in the house and not in the house. And they gave examples of, the kids are going to get in trouble. They're going to do bad behavior. They're going to commit crimes when a functional father is not in the house. And versus the kid next door who's being raised by his single auntie, which is the single black woman. What happened to her kids? They was always in trouble with the police. That was 1949. So all of these people say, this is modern women. No, it's been going on. That's what I've been saying on my channel. You can't change. The biology hasn't changed. Only the environment has changed. But they were speaking. The government sponsored that TV show. You can look it up on YouTube. Palmore Street. Palmour Street. Black and white, 1949. The government made that shit. Fascinating.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But it's not. And we sit around here and we're having these useless fights.
Yeah, circular arguments.
We're having these useless fights. And we are all sitting here burning in the pits of hell. And we're burning. We can smell the flesh. We can see the flames. But we want to argue and fight.
And we never get to the solutions. It's just circular arguments.
And yes, and then we're in complete and utter denial that we are in a dumpster fire. I said at the beginning of the stream, B-Ben, I have a hard time saying with my chest out that there's no fucking hope. But B-Ben, there's no hope. This shit is done.
Yeah, you got to burn it down now. I mean, God told you that's what he was going to do.
That's what in
God
Revelation
can't save him. You know you can't. And it's sad. Everybody ain't going to make that boat.
So I'm telling everybody, you know what I mean, that I'm talking to the individuals, because you got individuals who want something. You're gonna have to get with the individual that wants something. I don't give a damn if that motherfucker ain't as tall as you want, dig ain't as big as they wanted to be. You got to figure out. You got to get with somebody who you can ride.
Good, man.
Who you can ride.
Everything you want, ladies, is what he's saying is not gonna come in the wrapper you think it should.
No, we get pissed off because the thing that we want doesn't come in the pretty box that we like.
Nope.
Men are the
good
same
man underneath that wrapper, that short guy. He good under there. Fellas, you got a good woman underneath some of that weight, but y'all walking past because you looking for the rapper, the pretty rapper.
I'm just saying, man, we're out here with these. Look, if we were back coming out of Reconstruction, we wouldn't be talking like this. Because
that was exactly the time frame I was pointing to, the 1940s.
We needed each other for survival.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking like this. We wouldn't be doing this crap.
Coach showed a video the other day on similar time period, the 1940s, and they were talking about it was the title of the video, I believe, was the Harvest of Shame, and they were talking about the migrant workers. And back then, during the Reconstruction, the migrant workers were poor black people and poor white people, and they went up and down the East Coast and out west, picking the crops from state to state. And the conditions those people lived in. This ain't slavery. This was 1940 and 1950.
Yeah.
So my mama was born in 57.
Yeah.
I mean, my stepfather was born in 44. So we know people from this era.
Yes, who's still alive, still around today.
My grandfather, born in 1922. So we know these people, they still here. So they experienced a lot of this firsthand, but we like to allow the mainstream to tell us, oh, that was ancient history.
Speaking of what you just said, and I know we're getting off track, but I'm gonna get us back on.
Yeah.
When I reviewed the interview that Larry Elder did with the Breakfast Club, one of the things that I said that pissed me off was about the attitude of the Breakfast Club was they were talking to Larry Elder. And they were talking to him from a perspective of the things that they only read about. Larry Elder was sitting right across from them. This motherfucker lived it. And they had the nerve to turn their nose, look down their nose at this man when they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. And they had the person who lived it sitting right across from them.
Yeah, well, we tend to forget that the Breakfast Club is part of corporate media.
Yeah, I'm not just talking about I'm not just talking about the Breakfast Club in itself. I'm talking about our generation of men. We sit around here and because we read something or we saw Eyes on the Prize that we actually, and a lot of people don't a lot of people listening won't even get that reference from Eyes on the Prize because they don't even know what it is.
Nope, they don't know what we're talking about.
Eyes on the Prize. Somebody go look it up. So we sit around because we saw Eyes on the Prize in school, or we read something in a damn book that somehow we know more than the people that were actually there.
And we'll never talk to the people that were there. Never. Like, it's astounding to me.
Yeah.
Like our generation, we would love to sit around those old men and let them talk. Even if they got things wrong, you chew the meat and spit out the bones, you know.
Yeah.
So you could get something from them.
Yeah.
But
right, hold on a
this
second.
Generation coming up, millennials and younger, they have no clue.
Right.
No.
Let me get to the rest of. Let's get to the rest of this clip. Let's
yes, sir.
Stay here with me. Let's listen to this idiot talk.
Shared with KHOU 11 via the Nextdoor app. In it, you can clearly see Lewis striking a man in the head from behind before he turns around in shock.
I know, like, from the video, all you see is, like, the bad part about it, but what people didn't see was that I shook his hand after and how I had gave the man a hug.
That is something we cannot verify, nor can we confirm that another man seen in the video getting punched and grabbed later left on good terms, according to Lewis.
I really didn't expect for it to just go so left, you know?
I told Lewis that law enforcement is investigating the incident, something his mother and father were also aware of.
And your mom's probably disappointed.
Yeah, she is.
Lewis said the harsh reaction to the video will make him rethink his behavior and hopefully be a lesson for others.
Before you go out and you do anything that you feel is bad or that could look bad, make sure like people know or just don't do it at all.
Now, Lewis obviously got arrested.
This cat, we're just, this is what we are.
Fuck them kids.
Why his parents gave him permission to do that interview.
Well, they didn't need to give him permission because he's
underage.
He's an adult. Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, I thought that was like one of them 17 or younger guys.
Oh, the guy that was, well, see, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Speaking of age, I was talking to a lady at work last night, man, a sister. She was 34 years old. I could have sworn this chick was every bit of like 21, 22. Not from her looks, but her
mentality.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was growing, a 30-year-old woman was a fucking grown woman. Now, when you're talking to a 30-something-year-old woman, you're damn near talking to a goddamn teenager. It's like, whoa. And you sit there and you listen to the tone and tenor of how they talk and the things that they get fascinated by in their conversation and the way they process stuff. I remember from growing a 30-year-old woman was a 30-year-old woman. Well, believe it or not, when you go back to the Cosby Show, Claire Huxtable, if you actually extrapolate out her age, was in her mid to late 30s. That was a statuesque woman at 30.
Yeah.
Now a 30-year-old woman is like is a fucking teenager.
Kevin Samuel spoke on that, and his theory was once they have sex, whatever age that is, that they stop growing mentally. Or they slow down significantly mentally. That was Kevin Samuel's theory on that. Shout out to the Godfather.
Yes.
And there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, you talking about 34. I've met 45, 46-year-old women. It was like talking to a 20-year-old.
Talking
to
a kid. Talking to a kid, man. Listen, I'm going to get to the next, hang out with me. The next part, which is the main event. I cannot believe that I'm up here about to agree with and defend.
I've been there too. I've been in that moment.
Candace Owens. Candace Owens is saying such good shit. Every time I hear her name now, this all I want to do to this woman is
She got me when she did the expose on BLM.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I really started honing on what she was saying. I was like, wow.
Yep. Candace Owens. I swear, every time I hear her name, I just be like, ooh, this gal.
You gotta get your 5 strokes in, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Every time I see every time I hear this woman now, I be like, yeah. Candace Owens decided to address another issue about another kid that the family decided to go
fuck them kids
about, which is this little pissy ant diaper wearing 8 or 9-year-old illiterate rapper named Little RT. I don't even know what the hell RT stand for. In my world, it stands for respiratory therapist. But I guarantee you, the little fucking 9-year-old is not. You can't be illiterate and be a respiratory therapist. But that's what
That's what it stands for.
Rudy Poo. Yeah. So Candace Owens and Messy Michonne covered this a little bit, and she was right about the fact that many of us have not covered this, and we should have. And I brought this up because I saw the first time I saw it was actually with Anton Daniel, but yeah. I wanted to circle back with it because I think this whole theme tonight of fuck these kids and this new age parenting, I think Candace Owens, really encapsulates what I actually feel about it. So I don't need to write, a diatribe when someone else has done it better. And this sister has done it better. So let's take a listen to what Candace Owens had to say about Little RT.
To a rapper, unbelievable. He is 9 years old, allegedly. We think he's somewhere between 6 and 9 years old, depending on which person you're believing. But he has an Instagram account. He also has a YouTube account. I'm going to show you one of his rap songs that is on YouTube. It is called 60 Miles. And I just want you to keep in mind here that as a YouTube policy, if I misgender someone, if someone believes on the inside there's something, and I use
Clement, I gotta agree with you. Every time I never thought she was cute because she used to just rage me out. But now that I started listening to the woman a little bit, I was being raged out. Hold on a second, BBN. I was being raged out because of her her Trump defenses was killing me. But now every time I see this woman, I be like, pregnant and all. She can get it pregnant and all.
Rhetoric to suggest that maybe they're not, I'm considered a danger to the YouTube community. My video will get taken down. But this 6 to 9-year-old is allowed to have his video stay up. There's nothing wrong with the video that you're about to see from Lil RT. Take a listen. So in case you missed.
So, VBN,
yes, sir.
I don't speak baby, so I have no idea what he was saying. Because I don't speak baby. You know?
Well, hell, the grown boys are speaking like that now, too. It ain't just his age.
Huh?
The grown ones are speaking like that now, too.
Yeah, I don't speak baby. So, but I got the gist for those who can make out what the baby was saying. Hold on a second. Where'd she go? The black is like loud. LT not pregnant. Yes, baby, pregnant. She can get it pregnant. This family with this little boy. I keep playing the clip from Insecure, and the clip is so powerful because basically when the mother held this little boy, this is what she decided to do with it.
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You told me! Issa, what the fuck? You want some too?
Now you see how crazy that laugh was? That crazy shit.
What show is that from?
That's from HBO's Insecure.
Damn, I missed that clip. I like the Insecure at least. What was that? Izza, right?
Yeah, I don't like her. But yeah, but that's it. You know, fuck them kids. Like, oh, look at the little boy. Okay, we're going to throw him in the trash from the 3-point line from Dub City. Anybody got something to say, I'm going to kick your ass in the chest and I'm going to wolf out on your ass. What you got something to say? And then laugh at you like, yeah, fuck them kids. So little RT's mother, father, have grandmother, uncles, everybody has basically said to him,
fuck them kids.
Yeah, they're gonna get that money. Money makes people do a lot of crazy things.
This boy, it's very disheartening to be able to sit here and now have to say that it's already over for this boy and he don't even know how to fucking read. We're gonna get to that point. Let me go ahead and play this clip.
Missed the lyrics. You would be lucky if you did miss them. I am going to slow it down because I think it's important. You saw a child there, and it's important to hear these lyrics. By the way, if you are around children right now, this is not the time because it's derogatory. It's worse than derogatory. So I'll give you 5 seconds. Right? Make sure there's no children in the room. The lyrics that came from this song as being performed by Little RT, the maybe 6, maybe 9-year-old, reads, "If she ain't sucking bleep, Lil B-I-T-C-H, you can get the F."
I saw a clip, V-Ben, of a black woman reacting to Candace Owens' take on this, and the black woman was making fun of how Candace Owens was being so proper and prim and so corny about how she's like, look at her language. Look how it's like we are so fucked up. Excuse the hell out of her for having the nerve to like try to speak the King's English properly or represent herself and her family in a way that's not like that breeds credibility. Like, shame on you if you want credibility when you talk. Shame on you if you want credibility when you talk.
Shame, insult, guilt need to be right. That's the shame and insults. No accountability.
It's like we're allergic to credibility. We're allergic to positive imagery. We're allergic to anything that's going to help. It's like, okay.
Up
And guess
out
what?
my SHT. 100 round, hit him with the Glock, take an effer down. 100.
Mortgage boss, to answer your question, that's because black culture is trash. That's why there's a market for him. You know this already, man. Black culture is trash now. You know that. Anything that's trash, we will put our limited resources behind and promote the hell out of it. We promote trash. Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
100 round, BITCH, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind me, that's the cops. We gon' do 60 effing miles, yeah. So to understand that, he is basically talking about a presumably random woman who can't hang out with him unless she's willing to perform fellatio. This is a 9-year-old, okay? And he is talking about his gun.
He still smell like piss. You realize that, right? He 9 years old. He pee in the bed, right? His favorite food is Fruit Loops.
He ain't getting no Fruit Loops. He getting that off-brand one.
You know, Fruity-O's, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
he's
the
getting.
Fruity-O's in the bag.
Right. His favorite place to go is to Build-A-Bear. But he's talking about getting his dick sucked. And he's still peeing in the bed. He's still pissing in the bed.
And he is talking about having 100 rounds as he runs from the police. Totally YouTube content safe. Incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I want to be clear, as this is being debated on the internet right now, this completely saddens me. It is the destruction of Black culture. It is the destruction, therefore, of American culture. And this is what we are starting to see. His mother is promoting him on Instagram. If you think that there's a problem with this, if you think that this content should be pulled down, I do, then there's something wrong with you and you're jealous. People in the comments are calling this person Coco felon, okay? And to think that this is a mother saying that, oh, he's talented, people in the comments saying, well, he's talented and she's trying to help him pursue that path. No. This is a kid, and I hate to say this because we've seen so many instances of this in the media, who will end up dead, okay? He is holding dollar bills, talking about killing people. If you think that his mother is setting him on the right path, then it's because you're an idiot, okay?
Fuck them kids.
And yes, some people have realized that. Here are some other comments that have appeared under this video. Y'all shouldn't be promoting this at all. There's nothing funny about it, says one person. Another person says his parents failed him. A third person says it's sad that kids can't be kids anymore. And all of those people are correct. Now, if you're thinking, shouldn't he be in school? You would be right. Because there's this video on his...
Shit, I forgot. I forgot that he should have been in school. This is so outrageous. The most common thing is this little illiterate 9-year-old pissy boy should still be in school. But he out here making rap videos about this
Instagram page. Take a listen.
Say I'm only 9.
So they're laughing. Take a listen.
Say I'm only 9.
He pulls out a piece of paper that got something written on it, and his response is, "What the fuck is this supposed to say? I'm only 9."
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
So they're laughing. He obviously has taken a piece of paper. He attempts to read it and says, "What the F does this say? I'm only 9," which is to suggest, obviously, that he can't read, so he needs somebody to come read that. People are giggling and laughing. It's not funny. If you are, in fact, 9 years old, not only should you be able to read, you should be able to read chapter books, okay? You should be in the 4th grade. And the 4th grade is when I began reading Harry Potter. If you can't read a piece...
Wait a minute. How old is Candace Owens?
She's about 35, 34, 35.
God damn. Because I'm like, Harry Potter? How the fuck long Harry? How long is
You might
Harry
be younger
Potter?
than that. Somebody look it up in the chat. That's a good question. I'm guessing.
I'm gonna look this shit up right now while we on. Take over the stream while I look at this shit.
Hey, we shouted out Messy Michonne earlier. Somebody drop her link in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to my bestie.
Oh, she's a Taurus.
One of the mods, please do that. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, she tall.
How tall is she?
She 5'7".
Oh, okay. Now, how old is she?
34.
I told you I thought I had it in my head. I don't know why I knew that, but
Yeah, she she's a Taurus, 5'7". I know she married, so I can't claim her as my wife. I gotta go find my own. But yeah, she's the tall Taurus. Yeah.
I know her husband's married to a white guy.
His last name is Owens. His name is George. No. Wait a minute. This is confusing. Her spouse name is George Farmer, but her name is Candace Owens. Okay, Farmer. She goes by her probably Candace Owens. Okay.
Yeah, I think she kept her main name because she had already got a little bit of notoriety before she got married.
For public consumption. But I bet you at home she's Mrs. Farmer. I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you on all her documents and everything like that. Yeah, she's not walking around here. Let me tell you a short story, man. When I got married, this is probably why I'm not married no more. This heifer did not want to change her name. I went through about 5 months going back and forth with her about changing her name because she wanted to walk around under somebody else's name. So I got tired of the shit. So one day she came home and her fucking key didn't work in the door. And she was like, "What's this all about?" I said, "The only people that stay here are the people who share my last name." Told her to get the fuck on.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the end of the marriage. The next fucking day, she was at the damn Social Security office. She took off work to get all that paperwork and all that taken care of. But that was unfortunately, that was the only time I actually really, there was only 2 instances that I actually really didn't back down. That one I didn't back down. If I should have kept that same energy going, it would have been, but things happen for
boy. I said that to somebody recently.
Yeah, but things happen for a reason, though. No, we fly under one flag over here. That's my stance. And I don't even entertain this nonsense. Ain't nobody hyphenating shit. Ain't nobody keeping shit. None of that. We fly under. I tell people all the time when AT&T bought out Southwestern Bell was not allowed to keep their name.
Nope.
Yeah, there we go. So there it goes. Yep, hostile takeover. So anyway, that was a little short one. But yeah, Candace Owens, she's absolutely right in her assessment. Let's see what else she got to say.
Piece of paper when you are 9 years old, then your mother has failed you. The school system has failed you.
Candace, they said,
"Fuck them kids."
That's what they said.
This country has failed you, and you have no chance. And it's not because of you. It's honestly not this kid's fault, which is why I'm not going to sit here and make fun of him. It has everything to do with his surroundings and the crisis that I am talking about in this country.
Environment.
And the thing is, this is not this kid's fault, and that's the crime. Yeah, that's the absolute crime. This kid is fucking innocent.
He's being exploited and abused.
But Keke Palmer can make a fake story about her kid's father with no evidence, and they want to rush in and excommunicate his rights. I don't think I used the right word.
And black women were allowed to attack him and threaten him publicly.
And it's coming out that right. But we allow this bullshit to. And listen, if I'm the father, I see this shit. I take her to court. The courts will not deem her an unfit mother.
Nope.
Because their standard is roof, food, health. They don't give a goddamn about development.
Nope.
They wouldn't let me. That don't mean I don't go out there and fight to try to get it done if I'm a decent enough dude. But I guarantee you, Lil Durk is Pookie the third. This is Pookie Jr.'s kid, and Pookie Jr. that is the big Pookie.
And listen, when that reality hits men, I've seen grown men break down in court when they just couldn't believe that the judge would not give them the kids. They just wouldn't believe it, man. Grown men just break down in courthouse.
Yeah, and these are men in these court systems doing this to other men.
Yep.
This is men doing this to other men. So little RT actually responds to I'm gonna say Kevin Samuels, Candace Owens, and we're gonna play his. We're gonna play little RT decides he gonna clap back at Candace Owens, a 9-year-old clapping back at a 34-fucking-year-old woman who got kids his age.
Cultural issues today. We are talking about this moment. We are talking about parenting. We're really talking about children, right? What is happening right now in American society with our children, the things that they are being exposed to. Well, I think it was last week I covered for you a rapper, a 9-year-old rapper, an illiterate rapper, literally cannot read, named Lil RT. And so we recently covered his music video, which is up on YouTube. He's got an Instagram page. It's called 60 Miles. And in the lyrics, he's talking about women who he doesn't want to hang out with unless they're willing to suck his D. Yeah, he's 9 years old again, so he hasn't even gone through puberty. These are the kinds of lyrics that were coming out. And we covered this piece because it's not funny. It speaks to the corrosion of our culture. It speaks to the corrosion of Black culture, obviously a part of the bigger American picture. And people shouldn't find this sort of content to be funny. Well, it turns out that Lil RT, the 9-year-old rapper who cannot read but raps about sex, responded to me. I want to show you what Lil RT had to say. Take a listen.
What do you want to say to her? Why? What happened?
Hey, I'm being myself. They all let me stop talking about like this.
Bring it to her restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You were telling me about that food trash.
I have no idea what the hell that kid said. Oh, I'm gonna roll that back because did they have subtitles on there? I have no idea what that kid said. Hold on a second. This is crazy. These adults need to. They need a goddamn ass whoop. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this up full screen. I'm gonna see if they got the words up.
What do you want to say to her?
She needs to be quiet.
Why? What happened?
Hey, I'm being myself. They all let me stop talking about like this.
Bring it to her restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You were telling me about that food trash.
This 9-year-old is talking about a grown woman right here. A grown woman that most men, when they look at her, they want to go ahead and he telling this grown woman to be quiet, and something about a restaurant and her food trash. I think that's what he's saying. Does Candace own a restaurant? I really don't know.
I don't know that either.
This is weird.
But the kids are talking.
So you hear him say that I need to be quiet because I'm all up in his silk. He's obviously being egged on by the adults, and that's really who I want to respond to.
What does that mean? All up in the silk. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm too old. I don't get it. Hold on.
I mean, you the same damn age. You know, I'm confused too.
I'm confused as hell.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Guess who found another $2? Uh-oh.
These last $2.
Mr. Eric Jordan with his, he found another $2. We thought it was the last bit.
Shout out.
EJ, what's up, brother? Oh, I gotta hit him with it. Every time it come up, I gotta hit him with it. Eric Jordan.
Acknowledge me.
Right on, brother. Kiki and her mama got exposed. Yes. Yes. I'm not doing the Kiki coverage. Messy Michonne is over there killing it with it. So we're gonna let her kill it. And for that coverage, go check out Messy Michonne live for that coverage. But let's hear what Candace got to say, because this is crazy. And we're about to get up out of here in a minute.
Because little RT is a child and my heart breaks for him, genuinely. I see a child that could have so much potential, and yet he is surrounded by monsters, people that know that they are not furthering his rap career. In fact, they are probably leading him down a path of harm. Obviously, if he cannot even read at the age of 9 years old, the future is not looking bright for him unless there is some sort of an extreme intervention, in which there should be. You have people over at Child Protective Services that will show up at your house if you refuse the vitamin K shot for your infant at the hospital. And yet you have little RT that's creating content on the internet talking about women performing sex acts on him, talking about running from the police, and there's no problem here. That's just what they expect for Black Americans. They expect their prospects to be, well, let's return to the streets. You should always be on the streets. You should want to be a ball player, which is probably not going to happen statistically. You have virtually a 0% chance of being the next LeBron James. But if you pursue this path of music, or you pursue this path of sports, maybe you end up like little RT and hope that you're not dead by the time you're 20. And so they're egging him on there, and he's saying she's off of my silk. I can't answer that because I don't know what it means. I don't care to know what it means.
Thank you, Candace. Hold on, I got an appropriate. Thank you for saying thank you. I have no idea what that means. Thank you, Candace.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what the hell that mean, and I don't give a damn what it means. It sounds silly.
I'm not for the streets. I'm not all up in your silk. I'm paying attention to how your parents are harming you, which your underdeveloped brain obviously can't comprehend. But they comprehend what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Whatever, they wrote some disclaimer there that he thinks I own a restaurant. I don't. They think it's funny to show that people are just jealous of him. We aren't. We are concerned for him because we should be concerned. Every person should be concerned when there is a young child who should have their entire world before them, who instead is sitting on a couch responding like as if he's in a rap battle with someone who is expressing concern for his life. Those adults don't care about him. That's the point. We are in a circumstance.
She said the adults don't care about him. Basically,
fuck them kids.
Now in America, where there are too many adults who don't care about their children, who care about clicks, who care about Facebook, who care about TikTok, who care about Instagram, and want to use their children to further their own desperate need for attention.
Fuck them kids.
This kid needs a book. This kid needs to learn how to read. This kid needs better parenting. What we need as a society, by the way, I want to be clear, is better parenting all around. So I am disturbed by this response. I don't find it funny. I don't find it cute. I think we need to stop telling parents that this sort of stuff is cute and liking it and thumbsing it up. We need to call them out for their abhorrent behavior. In my estimation, these parents are behaving as if they're younger than little RT. It's an embarrassment. Hey guys, if you like this.
Boom. And for Candace Owens, I got something for you. Absolutely. And we can't forget, this is what she really wanted to say.
And we want the smoke.
Candace wanted all that smoke. She just straight Nito Brown them.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's exactly what she did. BBN, you got any final words?
Yeah, I made a mistake earlier. The first thing that caught my attention with Candace Owens was her debate with T.I. in Atlanta. And she was phenomenal in that debate, but of course he had the home crowd. She's been saying some solid stuff for a long time. So I'm glad you highlighted her, man, because this is another knockout for her. The BLM thing she did was a knockout. I mean, she be on point, man. Subscribe to her channel. Shout out to Candace Owens.
Shout out to Candace Owens. Listen, everyone, because what did I just do? We're about to get up out of here. But real quick, I have a request. So in December, I'm going to be doing what I call the PhD panel. And so I am looking for, I have one, I believe, secured. I am looking for Black women with an education to debate, not necessarily debate, to have a question, to have a conversation about how that's working out for them. So I am looking for primarily women who have graduate level degrees and above. I need at least 2 more. Okay.
Can I add on to that?
Hold on a second.
Can you require that those be real degrees from a real 4-year university where they went to school? Not online?
I'm opening it up because I want a diverse personality of women. Because we'll get into that as well, because this is being well planned out. I believe, let me see, did I spell my email address right? You know, I'm terrible because I'll misspell my own damn name sometimes. Have the conversation for us at gmail.com. Please, this is my email address. You can also go onto my channel page. In the about section is my email address. Please, I'm looking to do this the second week of December. I'm looking for at least 2 to 3 more ladies that have a grad degree or higher. You can have a grad degree plus post grad certifications, because that makes you above a grad degree. And for those who don't know, a grad degree is a master's degree. So I've actually had to explain this to people sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Because they'll tell me, well, I got a degree, and I'll be like, oh, okay, what's your degree? And I'll be like, well, love, when they talk about it's an associate. When I tell people, if you tell people you have a degree, most people are assuming you have an undergrad, which is a bachelor's degree. So stop calling your associate's degree. I mean, technically it's a degree, but people don't care about that.
Well, the reason I said what I said, you familiar with Pocket Watching with JT, right?
Correct.
He's been doing a lot of exposés lately, and he did one phenomenal one on Janae White. That was the so-called real estate guru. He exposed her. You won't believe this girl got a bachelor's degree just this year from where? University of Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you hear this woman talk, it's like amazed that she even graduated high school.
Well, yeah. I am looking. Let's see. Hold on. I'm searching for the date. So I am looking somewhere around the 12th through the 14th of December. I'm going to work that out with a group of ladies that decide to come. So I'm being very fluid with the dates. I want to nail it down, but I'm looking the second week of December to do this. So any lady, or if you know a lady, and I do not mind, and I actually highly encourage if they have a hyena streak running through them, because that's going to help us work out what we need to work out.
I might have somebody in mind that fits that.
This conversation is about trying to make the attempt to try to get an understanding with these group of ladies, because the one thing that we need to deal with, if we want these group ladies or any of our group of ladies to find what Mona D and Bella Rings and all these other ladies have, is we need to knock down this notion of what is actually on your level. Okay, so I want to have a productive conversation. So please, Alma and I said most of them are hyenas. I don't know, but I'm someone who's willing to have the conversation, which is the actual name of my stream, which I don't really say enough anymore. So that is my plea. That is what I'm asking for. So if it's not you or maybe it's somebody that you know. If that won't mind work, put them in contact with me. And anyone who has been a guest on my stream, any woman, and I've had a couple of shows of all-female panel shows, despite the fact that I may challenge your thought process, I treat you well. I do not bring you up here to try to embarrass you. You will embarrass yourself if that's the case. I don't come up here with the agenda to do a gotcha. Over here on the Real Bravado Network, even though at times we may have provocative statements, but we are over here trying to do some legitimate work, not no fake phony work. Not no fake phony work just to get a super chat or a AdSense revenue. Because we got too many of us out here who are single. We're in our mid-30s into our mid-40s. Some of us are rounding close to 50, and we're by ourselves. And I don't want to see my generation die out for stupidity. So let's have this conversation. Please send them my way. This, I think, will be an excellent. And my goal is hopefully I can get maybe one or two other content creators, and we can do a multi-stream on that day, which I think will be fascinating. So
I'll be with that. So you can count me in for that part.
Okay. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave that up for a while. I appreciate you. This has been exciting conversation. Somebody just Eric Jordan, he found the brother that went through his couch cushions and found another.
These last $2.
He went to the closet. He went in the closet, and you know those shoes that those old church shoes in the back of the closet. He stuffed some socks in it, so he went and rumbled through those, pulled out $2 out of those socks that he was trying to hide from his woman. Eric Jordan, you ain't shit hiding money from your woman like that, but I appreciate the $2 donation, even though they were at the bottom of some musty socks, brother.
He found that old purple liquor bag that his grandmother hid in the sock drawer.
Right, the Crown Royal bag. The Crown Royal bag. The Crown Royal bag.
LPZ up in here. LPZ up in here. LPZ up in here. LPZ up in here. I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king. I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. Okay, they been sleeping on me, now it's time to wake up from that nap. Get to know me, shawty, you can do that when you hear me rap. Flowing like a river when I spit, I know you feeling that. Crowns on my head, beat snapbacks and some fitted caps. Yep, turn it to the back and walk tall. Under 6 feet, I'm really not that tall at all. But I do some things that you never seen, bruh. Acting like a king. Why is that? Cause I'm a king, bruh. With a swagger that you probably never ever saw. Call me sushi cause I gotta give it to him raw. Southpaw like a left-handed boxer. Get the microphone and start snapping like a lobster. Yes sir, I've been made all over. Not Jehovah Witness, but I witness for Jehovah. Yep, I'm a soldier, marching on the scene. Christ paid the price, so I've been made a righteous king. I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. Crown up on my head, yeah, I cut them dreads. Focus on my craft, gotta keep the family fed. I am on my grind, kingdom on my mind. I ain't talking about rims when I say I'm getting my shine. I'm talking about that light shining through my life. High flows, hot tracks, gotta represent Christ. Step up on the scene, looking like a king, walking like a king, talking like a king. Not saying the king, talking about a righteous king. Declared righteous by Christ, yup, Christ the king. Not moved by man, don't care what you talking about. People's here, keep talking while I'm walking it out. Yep, doing my thing, repping Jesus' name. Going hard, moving up, yup, that's my aim. Bouncing, swagging, fresh kicks and some jeans. Walking with my chest out, cause I'm a king. I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, swag, swag, swag. I'm a king, homie. Swag, swag, swag. You a king, homie. Swag, swag, we some kings, homie. Swag, yeah, yeah. Like I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that I'm a king when I step up on the scene. I'm a king, I'm a king, I've been made a righteous king. You gon' know that